I hope the shooter's name is Mario, so that Luigi knows his bro got his back.
If standing up against fascism is what cost me my dream job I held for 10 years, I would do it again 100 times stronger.
We got one!
What is up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster, and that soulless ghoul who worked as a senior developer on Ghost of Yotei for the studio Sucker Punch, Drew Harrison, who was celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. Well, an older social media post from this dingleberry character designer has surfaced, which helps explain why the main character in Ghost of Yotei looks like this.
Who could love a hideous, ugly beast?
This post showcases the mentality of these freaks who put their feminist politics ahead of their actual jobs. Drew wrote, I find it interesting that when discussions around how games deal with sexualizing characters, it is almost always men discussing how women are depicted in games. This entire thread is men weighing in on how to reach a middle ground on how to make characters that they find physically attractive. There is not balance because the industry is still heavily skewed by being cis-het male dominated. Yeah, so maybe get a clue that the majority of gamers are straight males and piss right off, you dipshit. Over and over, the evidence presents itself. Gamers are, in fact, mostly dudes, and after over a decade of trying to change that, you still have made little progress.
It's a man's world.
Go make me a sandwich.
What really made me giggle about this interaction, though, is how that guy at the bottom there responded, saying, then this isn't the thread for you, stop policing. And that is exactly how you should deal with these disgusting feminist pigs. You just look them in the eye and say,
Hey, lady! Shut up!
But it looks like Drew Harrison will now have a whole lot of free time to think about how, no matter what they have tried, the gaming industry is still dominated by men. There will be a lot of free time for Drew because it looks like our campaign against this cold-blooded scumbag has worked. It looks like this idiot may have been removed from her position at Sucker Punch, or, in the words of a man who annoys these clowns to no end,
you're fired! Get out of here! Go!
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've had a lot of people tell me that they have been unwillingly unsubscribed to this channel, so make sure that you check on that. And there has been a lot of talk about restricted mode being automatically enabled for a lot of users on YouTube, which would cut you off from a lot of your favorite channels, so don't forget to check into that as well and turn it off if it has been turned on. But let's look at what has happened with this Ghost of Yotei developer. For a quick refresher, this Drew Harrison person is the one that was caught posting on Blue Sky talking about the Charlie Kirk killing, saying, I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bro got his back. And of course this turd was referring to Luigi Mangione, another leftist killer who allegedly brazenly shot someone in cold blood. And as you can see from this image, Drew also reposted someone else who said of Charlie Kirk, he died doing what he loved, being a transphobic, racist bigot. These are literally the people raising the temperature in the room with their rhetoric, leading people to take the sort of drastic action that cost Charlie his life. And they still can't shut up with it because, let's be clear, they want people that don't agree with them dead. That is why they celebrated this shit. That is why there are countless videos like this one all over social media.
The best part of this whole thing
is that he is not martyr material, so his death will mean nothing. It will activate no one. It will impact few. It's just great.
Oh, my sweet summer child, what do you know?
But take heart, folks, because the backlash against these demons is coming at them in a big way. This is what Drew Harrison's Blue Sky account looked like yesterday before the backlash came down like a ton of bricks. Drew described herself as a senior staff character developer at Sucker Punch, and this is what Drew's profile looks like now. The position at Sucker Punch is no longer listed, and the name of the account is now Drew Punching Nazis Till I Die. As I said a second ago, these people keep doubling down. They are filled to the brim with hatred and a smug confidence that they are just categorically correct, and no amount of evidence will make them believe otherwise. This is a clear-cut example of a person with main character syndrome, completely unwilling to own up to a mistake or to even consider that they might have made a mistake. And under that profile there, you can see that Drew said, if standing up against fascism is what cost me my dream job I held for 10 years, I would do it again 100 times stronger. And you know, I find irony in this person who supports killing someone in cold blood for the crime of speaking and then acting as if she isn't the fascist. I find complete irony in that. And at what point do these people wake up and just go, wow, I really am a crazy piece of shit. I really am a degenerate who wishes harm on others simply for not going along with my delusions. At what point do they wake up and think, gee, maybe one big reason that a lot of people voted against Kamala Harris is because of the behavior that people like I exhibit openly all the time? Self-awareness, though, is completely out the window with these people. But all that aside, I am still not advocating that people buy Ghost of Yotei. Sucker Punch still has not done enough to show me that they are worth supporting. First of all, as Asmongold said here on X, how do we know that they got fired? I think it's great if they did, but that tweet is not enough to confirm it for me. Keep up the pressure, it's working. And that is a great point. How do we know that this person was fired? Grums wrote this on X, talking about the subject. I would not support Ghost of Yotei even now. They have released no statement. She talks about being fired, but is this just a cover-up to placate gamers? Without the company coming forward to condemn their dev's celebration of the assassination, they remain complicit, trading silence for sales. And this here shows people who liked the social media post by Drew Harrison. And as you can see here, this person here describes themselves as a senior producer at Sucker Punch, and they liked that comment. Is that person still employed there? If so, then they clearly haven't done enough. And as I was saying yesterday, I know there are people out there worried that we're going too far with this cancel culture mentality, but here's the thing. These people were giddy at the idea of crushing the free speech of anyone who was not a leftist ideologue. They stamped out everyone's ability to speak in the public square, and if it wasn't for Elon Musk, we likely still would not have a place to speak unless we were speaking leftist ideological talking points. That is why they hate him so much, because they only believe in free speech for themselves, which is why Charlie Kirk was attacked in the first place. But, as Arch said on X here, but what about free speech? Mules, the communist, as the boot they have been begging for finally arrives. And then he shows two headlines from the pathetic outlet, the Rolling Stone. On the left, the headline reads, "People are losing their jobs for criticizing slain free speech advocate Charlie Kirk." And then on the right, the headline from a few years ago, when they believed they were still winning, they wrote, "Why cancel culture is good for democracy." So yeah, I will defend the free speech rights of anyone who actually believes in free speech, but anyone who cheers on what happened to Charlie, which is the ultimate form of silencing someone who disagrees with you, anyone who cheers on that shit deserves the consequences that are coming for them. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your contempt for Sucker Punch and the crazies that they employ into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching me, Hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.